Hello, welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hey, thanks for stopping by and checking out my channel. My channel, well, it's all about crochet. Well, sometimes we might talk about yarn or some fun things happening in the yarny community or sales or, I don't know, stuff, sports, weather, just friends hanging out. Returning subscribers, thanks so much for coming back, spending a little bit of your Monday with me. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I did. It was a, well, it was a rainy weekend. So I didn't get to do half of what I planned on doing, but you know, Mother Nature has other ideas, which is fine. I spent some time crocheting. Watch some really good football. Go IU, go Notre Dame. Tennessee, what the heck happened to you this weekend? The Bears won again. That's 4 in a row for the Bears. So that was a good Sunday. The baseball playoffs are heating up. I guess it's down to a game 7 tonight. Today's October 20th, 2025. Between the Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays. So, you know, go baseball. That one either one would be fine with me. The Dodgers are already in for the World Series, so whoever they play is fine with me. I enjoy sports and it's fun. I mean, come on, it's an exciting time of year. There's a lot going on sports-wise, and we're a sports family. What else is going on? Oh, I know what's going on. This is my Nana June that I'm working on, and I work on this whenever I'm back here. This will get done eventually. But I have a finished object, you guys. I'm really proud of how this turned out. It could have got bigger, but I'll be honest with you, got a little bored with it. I tend to do that when I'm doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. But it's still huge. And I love how it turned out. So my Blap, my blanket wrap that I'm making for my daughter-in-law is done. This thing it's bigger than my wingspan. It is huge. And now Brittany's a lot smaller than I am. So I didn't measure this. I feel bad. I should have measured it. Maybe I'll measure it and stick it in. I'll put it down here. I'll measure it. But 26 wide by 70 long. Look how pretty that stitch is. It came out so cute. Now, I don't know why the stripes don't line up, that they look kind of diagonal when you hold it up like that, but I ain't mad at it. I think it's okay. But I think this turned out really cute. And I love, you know me, I love fringe. So I put the twisty fringe on. I used 3.5 cakes to make this. This is what's left of the fourth one. And I have another whole one, so I could technically make something else, maybe another scarf or a hat and scarf set out of this, because this is puzzle yarn, which is 100% acrylic from Premier, and it's this is the color backgammon, which is all these shades of gray, green and gray. And I think this turned out, and this is so heavy and so warm. This will be the perfect cuddle up on the couch when you need something on your shoulders or across your lap, because it really does fit across a lap. I'll put the measurements, what I did down here. But I think it turned out really cute, and I love it. And I hope my daughter-in-law will like it as much as I do. Yeah, I don't know why this is so funky, but hey, it is what it is. It'll work. And I really like it. And so now I will send this over to Judy from Judy's Creations and Crochet because this is matching her green butterfly. And I will send it over to Laura from Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming because this is going to go for her What's in a Name Now. So 2 birds, 1 stone, 1 birthday present, done. I'm excited. I've had somebody keep asking me about doing a tutorial on the stitch that I used. I don't know about that. I have a really hard time doing tutorials. I don't think my tutorials are the best. I don't have the correct setup, and I have a really hard time. My personal criticism of myself, I don't think I do a very good job with tutorials. I think I can explain it okay. It's just the visuals. They don't work for me. My stuff comes out of frame, and I've had more complaints than anything about my tutorials lately, so don't know that I'll do one. Maybe not. We'll see. I might give it one more shot, but it's a really, really easy stitch. It's done in multiples of 2 plus 2 at the end. So you do 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, then add 2, and then you double crochet, second chain from the hook all the way across. So that's your foundation row. And then the next row is you single crochet and 2 double crochets in the first stitch, skip 2, a single crochet, 2 double crochets in that stitch, skip 2, and that's the repeat all the way across. Now the book says in the last stitch you put a double crochet. I didn't like that. I think it gave it too much of a gap, so I did a single crochet. You do whatever you think looks better. And then on the next row back is all double crochets. So you just make sure that you're double crocheting in all 3 stitches of each of the little turned sideways fans. Keep your stitch count the same, and then you just turn back the other way and do the same thing all over again. Single crochet, 2 double crochets, skip 2. Single crochet, 2 double crochets, skip 2. And you do that all the way to the end, and then come back the other way with double crochets. It gives you that really pretty shell looking texture. I love the way it looks. It's textured but not overly done, and it just gives that snuggly. It'll make a great baby blanket because there's no holes. A thinner scarf. It would be a great cardigan. It's a really good stitch. It's called the Silt stitch, S-I-L-T stitch. If you look it up in your crochet dictionary, that's what it is. So I'm on the fence about doing a tutorial. We'll see. Anyway, so what's going on this week? Well, I have another order coming from Premier. I don't know when it's going to get here. I needed to order gray blanket yarn to make the hippopotamus that I want to make. And they had some other stuff on sale, so I got some other stuff. Sorry about that. That's Tom's glucose monitor that keeps going off, that little alarm you hear. His glucose is fine. For whatever reason, as soon as I come down into my yarn room, I lose signal with his sensor. So it's very weird. You have to be like right on top of him. I should have left it in the bedroom, but I forgot to do that. Anyway, that's why that keeps going off. But he's fine. His glucose is fine. I've just lost signal with the sensor. He hasn't. He's got it on his phone, so if anything happens, he'll let me know, but I think he's good for now. Yeah, we're still dealing with that. We're still trying to figure out why all of a sudden he went from he was on 4 different types of diabetes medications to now he can't tolerate any of them without them taking his sugars into the 30s. Like literally overnight. He went from 2 different types of insulin and 2 pill form to can't tolerate a single one of them. It's very weird. So, but he's doing fine. I mean, without taking the medications, he's doing fine. We're being real careful about what he eats, and you know, all of that stuff that you normally do when you're a diabetic. And he's not as high as they would like him to be. They want him to have his sugars between 130 and 140, considering that, you know, he's been running in the 200s pretty consistently up until a couple weeks ago. But now we're lucky if we can get him to 119, 120. It's like hovering in the 90s pretty consistently, no matter what he eats, which is really, really weird. My husband is a medical marvel, a medical mystery. We never know what the heck's going on with him from day to day. Anyway, that's not what you guys came here for. Okay, so today's Monday. Just gonna gab. I have my finished object. Tuesday's Tunisian Tuesday. Second pair of socks have gone on the hook. First one's done. I'll show you that tomorrow. Wednesday is BOGGY. We'll talk all things BOGGY, anything new popping up. We're on Lynette's channel this week, so be looking for that link. I hope she sends that out pretty soon. She's out traveling again. She was in DC over the weekend and got to see, you know, Washington DC lit up at night, which is a real, if you haven't done that, I'm telling you, go do that, because seeing Washington DC lit up at night is something pretty spectacular. It was one of the best parts of the trip that we took a couple of years ago. We took a night bus tour, and they took us to all the monuments at night. Lincoln Memorial at night, the Vietnam Memorial at night is so amazing. And they took us to the Air Force Memorial at night, and that one was, for Tom and I, it was kind of special because his dad, my dad, and our son were all in the Air Force. So seeing the Air Force Memorial at night was really amazing. So Wednesday we're at Lynette's. As soon as I get the link, I'll put that on our Facebook pages, and you'll have the link to that. And Friday fun day. We'll see. Maybe I'll have a finished sock. Who knows? Whatever happens between now and Friday, we'll figure it out. Like I said, we're just friends hanging out, having coffee, which I forgot to bring my coffee down here this morning. Oh, but see, look, coffee, because adulting is hard. Somebody was commenting about my cute t-shirts. I get 90% of my t-shirts come from Temu. They make me laugh most of the time, and this one's a really lightweight one, and it was like $10, and it's comfy, and it's perfect for this time of year when it's 70 degrees in the morning, and then I have a tank top underneath it, so if I have to take it off when it's 90 this afternoon, I'll take it. I don't think it's going to get that warm today. I think today's high is going to be like 80. Which I know for a lot of you 80 is warm, but here 80 is not that warm considering it's been in the 90s for 6 weeks. So 80 kind of feels good. And then it'll be chilly again tonight, so I'll throw this back on. That is the one thing I had to learn about being in Florida, is you have to dress in layers. That's why I love so much all my crochet sweaters and pullovers, because it's chilly in the morning, warm in the afternoon, and then chilly at night. So I love to be able to throw on a wrap or throw on a sweater or throw on a pullover or something, and then be able to shed it if necessary. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on for the week. Hey, listen, leave me a comment, shoot me an email, whatever. Contact me anytime you want. I try to answer everything as best as I can. I love interacting with you. I have a Facebook page. You can find me on Instagram. You know, reach out. I'm always looking for crochet friends. So love to hear from you. And I will answer you as fast as I can. So with that, you guys, I'm going to let you get back to your Monday. Everybody have a great week. It's going to be a good one. regardless of what's going on in the world. It's going to be a good week. Just keep telling yourself that. Take a few minutes for yourself. Give yourself a little bit of grace. Take a deep breath. Be kind to yourself, but above all, be kind to everyone out there, because you just never know what they're going through. And I will talk to you tomorrow for Tunisian Tuesday. Have a good one.